Hello everybody, welcome to another tutorial. So in this video I'm going to show you how to install synfigstudio. What is synfigstudio? Open source 2D animation software for Windows, Linux and macOS. It is a cross platform. If you are using the OpenBSD or Solaris, so you can install the synfigstudio and the Linux from the Linux space in APPI images from APPI images. So I'm using the Debian version. Debian, say one kind of Linux one kind of that kernel. That is not a operating system. So it is I'm using the Debian. So you can see here under the under the graphics, you can see here there are no synfigstudio installed in my system. So if I want to install synfigstudio, so I have to open the Discover. So Discover is a software package manager, and in another hand, so I have in this system installed the Natron. You can see here the Natron. So what is the Natron? The Natron is the same cross-platform open source compositor for visual and motion graphics industry. So we can use the Natron software for motion graphics if you want. So I want to make a animation open source 2D animation software, 2D so text animation, character animation. So what the feature it has, so it is open and totally free, and it is cross-platform software, vector training, layers and filter bones, advanced control. So system requirement for Windows all has the same system requirement. It is OS dual core CPU 2 GHz or better, 2 GB RAM or more, same 2 GB RAM and more. For Linux distribution, dual core CPU at 2 GHz or better or more, better 2 GB RAM. So if you want to download it from here, you have this two separate versions, stable version and development version. So I want to install the stable version, so click in here, stable version. So you can see here the Linux 64 APPI image, app image. So you can see here the Linux 32-bit APPI image. You can easily install Mac OS DMG file, Windows portable, Windows zip or portable and Windows executive file, 32-bit and 64 gig. So I want to install the very latest version. To install the latest version, so you can see here the synfigstudio is a free and open source 2D animation software designed as a powerful industrial strength solution for creating film quality animation using the vector and bitmap artwork. So for to create a vector and bitmap artwork, this system has the Inkscape. What is Inkscape? Inkscape is an open source vector graphics software and for making a bitmap. GIMP GNU manipulating program, the same as an Inkscape. To making a bitmap artwork, it estimated the need to create an animation frame by frame having to you can see here the synfigstudio synfig.org. you can see here the same synfig.org. so how you can install the latest version of synfigstudio. So this system I have already opened the Discover. It is Discover is a package manager in my system, because I'm using this is a LXD Ubuntu. About LXQT, I'm using the Ubuntu. So open the Discover and type the synfig and hit enter. So syn sy in synfigstudio. So it has a synfigstudio, so click in here. So you can see here the version is 1.5.1. Version is 1.5. Size, you can see here whose version is very latest. So you can see here synfig. To get the synfig latest version of synfig, click on the snapped graph and type the synfig and hit enter. synfigstudio, click in here, and the latest and stable 1.4.2. so click in on here, latest stable 1.4.2. to click to install it here, click in on here. So this is a 1.4. This is a 1.4.2. stable 1.4.2. so I can get the 1.5.1.9 distributed by Ubuntu, license unknown. So I want to go back to the main synfig website, official website, so I can know what version is very latest version. So from download, I want to check the which version is very latest version. The Manorama. So if you click on here download option, so you automatically redirect this Gumroad page. So you can see here the Linux API version. So click on the download, it automatically redirect in Gumroad page. So click on here documentation, stable version. So automatically install. So if you click on here, so price and click on here, but I cannot know which version it has. I want to get the latest version. So you can search and here the franchisee, Dutch, and Russia, Indonesia, Italian, Kurdi, Polski, Japanese or Chinese. It is Japanese, Korean, Japanese and Korean, and English and franchisee. It is a Husky language. So I want to know what if I install it from here. So Ubuntu 6.1 later, so I can get the 1.4.2, the latest version 1.4.2. so if I check on Flatpak, Flathub install. If you check the Flathub, synfigstudio, what Flathub synfigstudio. So what version there is? Changes the version, changes in version 1.4.2. so I can get the 1.5.1.1 version. So I can get the latest version from here. So you click on the install version and type my password and hit enter. So it is automatically install. So we don't need to install this synfig directly from here. because this one is we don't need to install from here, we don't need to install from here, we don't need to install from here. It is installing because I want to need Windows build updated for version 1.4 synfigstudio Google summer code, because 1.4.4 I don't know why this is installed 1.5.1. I think this is a beta version. I'm sure this is a very beta version. 1.4.3 release October 25, 2022, and today is running 2024 11 March 2024. Already it is installed, so click on an icon and you can see here the synfigstudio already installed here. You can see before the synfigstudio install, you didn't see the synfigstudio here appear here. So click in on here, so that I remove this one. Development snapshot. I think this is the development version of synfig. This is a synfig, and you can see here this is a development version. This is not this is a development version, so we don't need this. So we don't need this one because this is a development version. So clicking on here, so I want to uninstall it again, because this is the development version, and development version is not good for everyday's work. It is only development and beta version work. For development is beta version. So synfig, clicking on here, clicking on here, synfig vectors to it is design 5% share, because this synfig 1.5.1 I am sure this is not a stable version. This is a beta version, so remove it. So press this one, removing, and now I am trying the another version to install this one. This is the latest and stable. Always install the latest and stable, so I'm using this copy. So clicking on here, you can see here it already uninstalled it here. To click to install via command line, I already copied this command line. So to use the command line, you open the terminal. Terminal Q terminal. So terminal, so sudo apt get that. Clicking in here, type my password and hit enter. So now paste. I want to install the sudo snap install synfigstudio, because if I install the synfigstudio from the discover the software package manager, it will install in the development version, beta version. I think I want to say the beta version, so I don't need the beta version. I want to install the synfigstudio in stable version. Stable version is good for everyday work. No tricks to crash, no chance to crash, no chance to damage our important file. So development version is certainly it is not a stable version, it's unstable version to create your everyday serious work, serious or important file. It is a very risk to install the stable version, so I don't need this one. So you can see here graphic, it has no synfigstudio. Directly click on the snap, because I don't need snap from clicking on here, because if I want to install it directly from if I click on install button, so to directly install it from here, this system needs a Genome software package manager. So in another way, I choose one. Set up security profile and auto connection. Snap is present. Contacts, share the snap, create embedded. So you can install synfigstudio on our Linux distribution, all our Linux Ubuntu related. I am using this one, this Ubuntu flavor. Elementary OS, Fedora is another, Pop OS, Raspberry. So go back. So I want to close the browser. One 1.4.2 from synfig install. So now I want to check. You can see here the synfigstudio, install it here. So clicking on here, you can see the development version. You can see the development version. It is a stable version. So to to make this one, first type the clear and exit. Okay, exit. Now I want to, this is a very light version. So I want to make this one preference. So interface dark UI theme if available, and I want to make the theme in dark mode because light mode is not good for it. Is not an industrial standard. That is system file preference system language dark UI theme if available. Synfig FPS, the current FPS 30, make this set a size, custom size, make it the custom size 120 in HD version, solid color, image, not image, editing, click on in here, interface, system language. Okay, system language, dark UI interface, render, work area render, Cobra preview software, Cobra low resolution, Cobra system, time lapse, FFF, it is a free unit system pixel. Always use the unit system pixel, points, inches, meter, pixels. Keep it in pixels and click in here. This is synfigstudio. Tutorial about synfigstudio. synfigstudio 1.4.2 2D vector animation studio. Visit the synfig website. Copyright 2001 to 2001. synfig developer and contributor. So I hope you enjoyed this video how to install the synfigstudio for 2D vector animation, open source 2D vector animation software. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next video with a new tutorial. Bye bye.